TV is a whole lot better than it used to be. Over the past decade or so, so-called prestige TV has offered audiences superb acting, cinematic style, unpredictable storylines, and an epic scope never before seen on the small screen. Many of these shows are serious, sometimes devastating dramas with important things to say, but even brilliant productions like these crank out plenty of ridiculous and hilarious bloopers and outtakes. Breaking Bad. Child actors are unpredictable, and the younger they are, the more unpredictable they can be. But productions only have a limited time each day to use babies, so they can't wait around for when the baby feels like acting. Especially since they don't really know they're acting, nor do they care. Take this Breaking Bad outtake for example, in which the infant playing Holly White makes some very interesting choices for her character.
The kids, they are safe, of course they are. I don't think she feels very safe.
Game of Thrones. In this blooper from HBO's fantasy epic Game of Thrones, Kit Harington plays the corpse of Jon Snow, his body laid out on a table for what will ultimately be his spooky resurrection from the dead. Snow is supposed to be naked in this scene, with only a modest genital concealing garment preventing anyone on set from seeing Little John. Deadwood. So many gag reels consist of actors forgetting their lines and swearing up a storm. But what happens on a show like HBO's gritty western Deadwood, in which half of the dialogue is already swearing? The actors simply burst into a song. Or at least that's what happens when apparent Rolling Stones fan Ian McShane can't remember what comes after a line that includes the words "Start me."
Don't start me. Don't start me. Oh, start me up. And you start me up, you whip me up, you put me down.
Sons of Anarchy. There's a lot of platonic male-on-male affection on Sons of Anarchy, especially in the form of backslapping bro hugs. But while shooting one of the show's many action sequences, actor Ryan Hurst overestimates how far he needs to move and winds up unusually close to his fellow gun-toting, cover-seeking co-star Charlie Hunnam.
What do you want for Christmas?
Hannibal. Brian Fuller's artfully gory television adaptation of Thomas Harris's Hannibal Lecter novels featured many scenes of its central cannibalistic serial killer intricately preparing gourmet meals in his beautiful kitchen. A lot of that was likely achieved through the magic of editing, because in this blooper, actor Mars Mikkelsen can't quite master the show-offy knife skills that would be second nature to the character.
Invented it in the 19th century.
Criminal Minds. Despite the gruesome subject matter of Criminal Minds, it looks like the cast and crew keep things pretty light and loose on set. He's no longer with the show, but Thomas Gibson seemed to have a pretty good time while he was starring on the long-running CBS crime procedural, like the time it took him a comically long time to put a pair of rubber gloves on.
You know, your prostate is about the right size for a man your age.
Law & Order SVU. When you're making a long-running crime series about the most appalling of crimes, allowing yourself to laugh here and there on set is a good way for actors to cope with the depressing material. Case in point, former Law & Order SVU star Christopher Maloney can't get over how funny it is and how utterly creepy he sounds to ask a suspect for something rather unusual.
Would you mind if we took a DNA swab from inside your mouth? Even I felt creepy. Would you mind if we took a DNA swab from inside your mouth? It'll help us. Even I felt creepy again.
ER. The hit NBC hospital drama ER made George Clooney a superstar, and not long after, he became one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. He also had a unique way of coming up with some dialogue in the event that he forgot a line while filming the incredibly fast-paced show.
I'm gonna try something. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think of me with no clothes on.
Would you just shut up and kiss me?
Kiss me.
Orphan Black. Tatiana Maslany plays many different clones on Orphan Black, but they're all pretty different. For example, Alison Hendricks is a high-strung type A kind of person, Sarah Manning is a self-sufficient and streetwise rogue, and the Ukrainian clone Helena always seems to have really bad things happen to her. In this scene, there's a scorpion that's supposed to be crawling all over Helena, but Maslany just can't keep it together.
Inside of it. One more time. Oh, so good.
That was so good.
So good.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.